Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to another daily dice where we ask the dice for a message and find out what that is. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey, this channel, this ever-growing tribe. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and this space with you. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And with that being said, today we are going to find out messages in regards to love. So Source, what messages of love do you have for my fellow humans today? What would you like them to know? Source, what messages do you have for my fellow humans today in regards to love? What would you like them to know? Source, what messages do you have for my fellow humans today in regards to love? Right, so we've got the third house, Cancer energy and Neptune. And if you've been with me for any amount of time, you know when third house shows up, we are possibly potentially talking about a higher vibrational connection here. Twin flame, soulmate. I do liken it to twin flame energy here. We do see that there's a need to nurture a part of ourselves that we've run away from. Okay, this is a very interesting energy. It's like being honest with ourselves, with the part of us that we maybe have buried away because of pain and suffering that we experienced as a young child. And there's a fear that's attached to that, like uncovering that part of yourself. If I uncover that, I'm putting myself in a very vulnerable position where it's like, then people have the potential to hurt me as bad as they used to. And what Source is showing here is that you have grown beyond that. Now you are becoming the mother to yourself. Now you are becoming the nurturer of yourself. Now you are choosing to take care of yourself, and you will never put yourself in that situation ever again, because you have control over you now. You're not dependent on other people to take care of you. You're not worrying about other people to approve of you. And if you are, you're learning to work through that. Okay. It does feel like there's a sense of guilt here with being connected to your inner child. Like, it's like if you want to go and have fun or play or do things that you used to do when you were growing up, there's a sense of guilt that's attached to that, or even shame that's coming through here that's keeping you disconnected from your higher consciousness, which is in turn keeping you connected from a higher vibrational connection, if that's what you're calling in, or if you're single, or if you're with somebody, this is keeping you from connecting on an even more spiritual level, right? It's the inner child within us that opens us up to being able to connect spiritually with others. Is the inner child within us is the one that's closest to Source. It's the one that sees all of life through the eyes of wonder. And you have that potential within you. It is opening up to you. Source is priming you right now to really relish in the inner child energy so that you can bring that to the world. And that's going to help you with the psychic gifts that you have, with the intuitive gifts that you have, with the talents that you have, with the gifts that you have, with the skill sets that you have, because this is going to bring a sense of creativity to that. And in doing so, you're going to feel even more like your true self. And how powerful is that, right? To feel like our true self and not worry about what others are thinking of us. And ultimately, it never mattered what others thought of us, but because so many people put so much pressure on us to do so, it's hard for us to let that go, right? This is a hidden aspect that's coming out right now. Source is trying to make this well known with you so that you can let this go. It's time to release. All right, Source. My thing is waving all over the place. What else would you like to tell us in regards to love? Okay, thank you. Yeah, this is like wonky for you. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, this is like a wonky feeling because it's like you want to embrace your inner child, but it feels like a part of you was criticized very harshly by others at a very young age. So maybe you had imaginary friends and people were telling you were too old to have imaginary friends, or maybe you were the person who believed in Santa Claus for the longest and people were making fun of you because of that. You know what I mean? Like, you believed in magic. It just really feels like you had a sense of magic about you, that you really believed in that part of the world, and somebody or a group of people really made you feel like it wasn't okay to believe that. On the bottom of the deck, yeah, we have the Eight of Swords here coming out in the reverse, and it's just showing that this has been a real fear mentally. It's just a mental fear here, like unable to move, because it's like, when I grow and I let my inner child grow, I'm going to get cut from all aspects, all sides. Everybody's going to come and attack me, and everybody's going to make fun of me, and everybody's going to point their finger at me and laugh. And showing that this is a very karmic situation here, but it's also within the mind, right? And which also should give you hope, because being within the mind, it shows that you have control over how far this goes. Yeah, this inability to make a decision based on the negative aspects that have been in your life. We see that you are growing beyond that. Okay, we see that you're moving past the negativity, but there's still that decision to make here. And this feeling of spiritual, what do I want to say here? It's like being inhibited, right? You're being inhibited spiritually here because you want to move on. And for some of you, this could be also a fear of commitment and playing out in, it's just easier to have very shallow relationships with people, very physical connections with people, rather than to connect with them emotionally, because mentally I don't know if I'm ready for that, because that means that I have to let go of a part of myself. You know, it's fun to have sex with people, it's fun to be intimate with people in that way, but to open up vulnerable parts of myself that I've hidden for a long time, we see here it's aspects of your childhood that are coming through. It's like giving that part of yourself to others means for the potential of real heartbreak that you felt before. And Source is saying, like, you're not ever going to go through that again because you've learned so many valuable lessons. But until you face the lover in reverse, right? Until you face the lover in reverse, it talks about promiscuity, love triangles, going towards unavailable individuals because it's easier, like they never have to feel like they got to commit to you because they're already committed with someone else. Like, there's a lot of energy that's coming in revolving around that. There's like third party energy that keeps coming in, and also multiple lovers all at once. And again, no judgment. You make the decisions that are best for you in the moment that you're making them. This is how we learn our lessons, right? It's not to sit in judgment of others. It's to focus on what we're doing within our own lives and how that's playing out. We see with the Five of Swords here that you're being given some clarity here to help move beyond this fear. And this could even be other people in your life, right? Maybe you've been cheated on, or maybe people have been unfaithful, or they had you in a love triangle that you didn't know about, right? So remember, this doesn't always have to just mean your actions. Energy is very fluid, so this could be someone else has treated you this way, but it is very heavy on your mind. We also see that comes from a situation that happened at a very young age for you, and not receiving the support that you so desperately needed as a child. So how can you become that support in your life now? Did you have a parent who cheated on you? In other words, made promises that they didn't keep, or put you in situations where you had to explain really difficult scenarios to people that didn't, that wasn't your business explaining? Or did they abandon you? Or did they not love you to the extent that you needed to be loved here? And so with love in your life right now, yeah, look, we have heartbroken is the first card that flies out. We have deeply hurt and sad, feeling lost, grieving and despair, and a breakup. And so we see here there's just a lot of heartbreak that's coming through in regards to this, and really allowing yourself to feel that. Right? To feel it is to heal it, but also once you feel it, you'll be bringing yourself into a space where you can let that go and stand in your power and stand in your strength, and to know that that's not going to be every situation in your life, right? Yeah, we have the butterfly with evolving and growth. Next phase, look, I cannot make this up. Healing inner child and releasing the past. Like, this is very clear. The message here is to heal the inner child. Your broken hearts have come from an unsettling time from your past, right? And oftentimes the parent of the opposite gender is the one that we have our first connection with in that way, the ones that first break our hearts. But it doesn't always have to be the person of the opposite gender, right? It could be the same sex. You know, it could be you're a man and it was your father, you're a woman and it was your mother, you know. However, with the Lover card here in the reverse, this does indicate and hint at the mother wound coming out to play. And with Cancerian energy and the butterfly, we see also aspects of the mother wound. So we do have teddy bear with interested in you, blooming romance, flirting, and wanting to date. So there is someone here who is interested in coming forward to talk to you because they're interested in you. But I do feel like with this at play, this is something that will always scare the living daylights out of you in one way, shape, or form. Yeah, because you're feeling like you're not enough, lacking confidence, self-sabotage, ego, and fear, frustrations. Yeah, there's just a fear like you don't deserve good things. And Source is trying to point out that you absolutely do deserve good things. You deserve good love in your life, strong and stable love in your life, right? Yeah, there's someone who absolutely has romantic feelings for you, falling in love, affection, happiness, and emotions. But how can I come forward and give you love when you're in a place of fear of commitment, or you're living in the past because someone really hurt you? So right now we need to focus on, what does the inner child need? Wow, that is way too many cards. How many is this? All right, I'll take this one. Look, we have divine intervention, serendipity, catalyst, supernatural, and karma. Yeah, so you're clearing out karmic cycles, balancing the karma, right? There was some sort of catalyst, a trigger here that was brought forth that you had to go through, which is helping with the change, or there will be soon. You may run into a catalyst that's going to make you heal this part of yourself, okay? Actually, if you're interested, check out my podcast. A couple of weeks ago, I posted one. I don't remember what I named it, but there's one on there where I talk about running into a catalyst connection that really sent me for a loop. It was next level. I met them and it was like my whole life turned upside down for a minute. And then all of a sudden I rebalanced things out and I realized I was healing something very deeply within myself. But there had to be someone that came in to trigger that part of myself. So it's exactly the type of energy that it feels like is coming for you now. Like we have ex-lover. Okay, so it could be someone from the past, or this is who you need to heal from. Memories, the past, nostalgic, and an old flame. Okay, so I do feel like the broken heart came from this ex-lover. I feel like that's something that you need to heal from. And that's why there's going to be a catalyst here. Someone who reminds you of them, or someone who has their same energetic vibration. That's what Source will do for us sometimes, is we're not healing from something from the past. So they'll bring someone in with a very similar energetic vibration. And even though we've grown and we've changed, there's still that connection and that tie, right? The cord is still there. So there's obviously going to be a part of us that goes towards that. And in going towards that, we choose to do something different because we've grown. And when we choose to do something different, we learn a different lesson, right? We learn the blessing that comes with letting go. So it does feel like that's what's happening here. Let me get a few more cards out here, okay? So we have, you deserve love. Exactly. This is what I was saying. Like, you are worthy of love. You are lovable. Okay. You are amazing. And you deserve to see yourself as such. Then we have romantic feelings. Like, again, romantic feelings, teddy bear, interested in you, blooming romance. We have your feelings are real and worth exploring. So there is someone here who is just outside of the radar, is what it feels like, who's very interested in you. But in order for them to come forward, right, we have divine timing on the bottom here, wrong time, stalemate, perfect timing, and waiting. So with divine timing coming out on the bottom of this deck over here, it's like once you really lean into healing your inner child and allow yourself to release the past, this person is going to come forward. Okay? Free yourself. Yeah, it's time to take back control of your life. Yeah, there's a lot of energies coming in showing that this is something that's been really difficult for you. And I don't want you to feel like anybody here is over here trying to say your feelings aren't valid, because they absolutely are. But what happens is when we start replaying situations over and over again in our head and we get stuck in old feelings, we cannot move forward. And the purpose of life is that time is moving forward. And even though time is a man-made construct, this realm that we're on is always moving forward. And so we have to learn how to move forward by letting go of the ties to the past. And that's a part of our growth. And so once you do that, you're going to free yourself and you're going to feel a lot better. Okay? You're going to feel a lot lighter, and a lot more of yourself is going to shine through. Okay? And I'm so sorry this is something that you've had to experience. This is not easy to deal with, but I promise you, when you free yourself from the past, you will be so much more connected to yourself. And that is such a powerful place to be at. Okay? So this is what I see for you here. If you feel like this is your reading, leave the little wellness heart down below and say, I choose to let go of my past, knowing that I am lovable exactly as I am right now. If you felt like this resonated with you, it means so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links below in the description box. In order to do so, you can email me for a personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member, and I would love to see you on memberships, but if not, thank you for your continued support here. I'm going to go ahead and leave this message here and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this message. Here's a big, big energetic hug for those of you that this is your message. I love you so much. You are amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay? And until next time, stay human. Bye.